Close your eyes again. Think about reaching for a coffee mug. Your hand moves, curves, finds the handle. It knows how much force. Not too much, not too little. The mug stays safe. You weren't thinking about angles, about velocity, about force vectors. You just did it, like breathing.
Before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support.
Robots, the new ones, the ones standing on two legs, trying to walk the walk, they can't do that. Not like you. Not yet. They see the mug, a shape, pixels, data, a whole lot of data hitting their digital eyes. And other data too. From sensors in their hands, their joints, their feet. Pressure, torque, angles, a flood. This is where the speed comes in. Not just speed of movement, but speed of thought. The fast algorithms. Think of them like the quick decisions you make when you're driving in traffic. You don't plot a complex mathematical course for every inch. You react. Instantly. See a gap. Turn the wheel. Step on the brake. Fast. Efficient. Getting the job done without crashing. That's what these algorithms are for the robots. They are the drivers in the robot's brain. Taking that fire hose of data from cameras and force sensors and gyroscopes, telling it where the floor is, how heavy the mug is, if it's about to fall over, and making sense of it. In milliseconds, less. Before, robots were slower, more deliberate, like someone trying to navigate a crowded room by drawing a map first. They'd see the mug, process the image, build a 3D model of the room, plan the arm trajectory, step by step. Takes time. The world doesn't wait. The mug gets moved. The door closes. Now, with faster algorithms, it's different. The robot sees the mug, yes. But the algorithm, the quick driver, doesn't need a perfect map. It just needs enough information. Where is the edge? How far is it? Is it moving? Predicts. It estimates. It makes a good guess and starts moving. And as it moves, more data comes in. Refinement. Correction. Adjusting on the fly. Like you reaching for the mug, your brain constantly updating the plan as your hand gets closer. A continuous flow. Action and reaction tied together tight. This is how they start to look human. Or at least less robotic. Less jerky. More fluid. They can reach for something even if it's not exactly where they thought it was. They can catch something thrown to them. They can walk over uneven ground, shifting their weight, adjusting balance like a person finding their footing on cobblestones. Vision is huge here. Cameras feeding information. But raw camera data is just light and shadow. The fast algorithms are the interpreters. They look at a swirling mess of pixels and say, "That's a chair. That's a door. That's a person's hand." They recognize objects. They track movement. They build a dynamic understanding of the space around them. Combine that with touch sensors in the hands. Imagine picking up an egg. A robot needs to know the pressure. Too much, crack. Too little, drop. The algorithms take the tiny signals from the sensors and tell the motors, "Ease up." Just enough. They learn to feel in a way. Not like skin and nerves, but through data and response. They develop a kind of digital dexterity. Recent years have shown big leaps. Researchers have gotten robots to fold laundry, a task that needs vision, touch, and complex manipulation. Sorting socks from shirts, handling delicate fabric, getting it flat. Fast algorithms are needed for the robot to understand the shape of the cloth, how it's deforming, and how to grasp it without snagging or letting it slip. Companies are building robots that can work in warehouses alongside people. They need to navigate safely, recognize coworkers, pick specific items from shelves, all in real time in a constantly changing environment. This isn't possible with slow, step-by-step processing. It requires algorithms that can make quick decisions based on messy, incomplete data, just like a human worker does. Think of the walking, Boston Dynamics, others. Their robots move with uncanny balance. They can run, jump, do flips. This looks like pure physical engineering, and that's part of it. But underneath is a layer of incredibly fast algorithms, taking data from accelerometers, gyroscopes, force plates in the feet, constantly calculating the center of mass, predicting the next step, adjusting leg movements hundreds, thousands of times a second to maintain balance. It's a complex dance choreographed by rapid computation. They are learning to interact, to understand human intention. If you point, a robot with good vision and fast processing can follow your gaze. If you hold out an object, it can attempt to take it gently. This requires the algorithms to not just see the world, but to interpret human actions within it. It's a step towards more natural collaboration. The goal isn't necessarily to be human. Not exactly. It's to act human enough to be useful, to work in our spaces, to help us, to perform tasks that require that blend of perception, decision, and action that we take for granted. There are still big challenges. Making the algorithms more general. Teaching a robot to handle any object, not just ones it's been trained on. Dealing with truly unpredictable environments. Understanding the nuances of human communication. A frown, a shrug, but the path is clear. More sensors. Better, faster ways to understand what those sensors are saying. Algorithms that can learn, adapt, and decide with the speed and fluidity that starts to look less like a machine following instructions and more like you reaching for that coffee mug. Without thinking, just doing. Fast, clean, getting it right. That's the aim. And with every jump in processing speed, every smarter algorithm, the robots get a little closer to closing that gap. A little closer to moving like us, seeing like us, acting in our world not as clumsy intruders, but as capable participants. It's a quickening pace. And the future is coming fast. Like a well-oiled machine, yes, but one that's starting to learn the grace of flesh and bone. Driven by speed, by clever code, by the relentless pursuit of doing it faster, better, more like us. It's a race, and the finish line keeps moving. But the robots are getting faster, much faster. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Let's continue this conversation in the comments below. If you like the video, please hit the bell icon to get notified and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.